Hello, English language learners. We are here to practice English, speaking English, and I think today I'm in the mood to talk about music today. But I don't know, what do you want to talk about? If you have a particular topic that you want to talk about, just let me know. But it's that sort of a weekend vibe at the moment. So I just did a search for music to see what's in the news for music. And in Australia, all the news is about Taylor Swift doing like some gigs, some concerts in Australia. So that's the big that seems to be the big talk around Australia. Um, but yes, and otherwise around the rest of the world. Well, I say around in some places around the world, it seems to be talking about music. Seems to be about Beyonce releasing like a country music. I'm not sure if it's an album or just a song, but yeah, that's I guess that's the sort of stuff that people are talking about. Well, at least in the media. I'm not I don't know, what are you talking about in terms of like music and stuff? It depends. Maybe not even into music. Um, I don't know. I find music a very at whatever sort of time. I think music's quite a relaxing thing or energizing thing. I guess depending on what you need. So I guess music is my topic for today. What's your topic? What are you talking about with English today? What's on your English speaking mind, so to speak? So while I'm here, if you want to have a chat, just come on through. Write a message in the comments. We can have a chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna chat with myself. Basically, I'm gonna jump into this BBC article here just to see what's all the jibber jabber is about Beyonce's stuff. So it's a Beyonce radio station now playing Texas Hold'em after country music outcry. And again, so remember, we're here to practice English. So whenever you're using like a text, of course, we like to remind ourselves that even though there's some different sort of words and vocabulary that may come up, you can always choose if that vocabulary is important for you to learn or to know, if you feel you're getting enough of an understanding. And then when you do look at the words, if you do feel it's important, then you add it to your vocabulary list. But if it's not important for you, move on. Basically, this is where we need to be picky with the words that we choose. That we choose to learn. I guess when we dedicate the time when we're learning English, and so on. So let's have a look, shall we? I'm not sure how much of this story we'll have a look at. We'll have a look at the beginning, and again, when we're talking about learning English, we don't need to know everything, because the point is we want to think about what do we want to say, what do we want to write, because it's about production. Really, it's good to get a bit of input, but it's about production that we want to encourage. And the more production we can have, the more we can find out what we don't know. Because if you know what you don't know what to say, then you can learn that and you have new vocabulary, all that sort of stuff. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? So a US radio station that said it would not play a listener's Beyonce request because it was a country music station is now playing Texas Hold'em after coming in for criticism. Okay, and I guess here you could also look at combinations, because maybe you see a word and you go, oh, I know that word, but I don't know the combination. So here's a nice combination, I think. After coming in for criticism, to come in for something. And I guess quite often it's talked about something negative like criticism. So that means it was criticized because of this action of not playing the request from the listener. Have you ever made a request to a music station? Uh, I don't know if that really happens these days. I guess these days people can make requests, but it's all done online. Actually, just generally listening to music, I guess is a different experience these days. I remember growing up where you would sort of like you would hear a song, and it's like you would try and write down some of the lyrics and stuff to identify what the song was, because sometimes when you listen to a radio station and they play a song, you go, oh, I'm going to keep listening till I can find out who that is, who's singing and the name of the song and stuff. And then they play another song and another song, which is good if you don't want to hear people talking, you just want to listen to the songs, but not good if you want to actually know what the song is. But nowadays, of course, and for quite a while, you can generally just go onto the website or the app for the station, and it'll tell you the song that's playing. It'll tell you what they've played. I don't know if it's for every station, but certainly a lot of stations do that. They'll say you have the playlists for what they're playing for the last hour, the last day, and so forth. And then you've got all the apps where you can, like Shazam, I guess, is the most famous one that I know, but you can listen to like Shazam or whatever, and then you can do that search and find out what the song is. And with Shazam as well, you can also have like the lyrics and sing along with the song. That's fantastic. I like that. Do you use like apps and stuff to identify songs? But it's a much different world now with all this fantastic technology and that sort of stuff. Anyway, so this radio station apparently came in for criticism. So the fan who made the request accused KYKC FM, so very catchy name for a station, KYKC FM, of racism and discrimination. I wonder why racism. Okay, but racism and discrimination, because if they say we're not playing it because it's a country music station, I'm not sure. Okay, but maybe it tells us later. Posting the station's response to his request on X or Twitter.com, as some people might say. The post was viewed millions of times and shared by fan account at Bay Legion. I guess that is. I don't know all the accounts and stuff, but yes, I guess it's Bay for Beyonce. The Oklahoma station's manager later called Beyonce an icon. I guess the question is as well, like how like do they play all requests? And I wonder, maybe the station is not that. Maybe they don't have that many listeners, but it's interesting that they would respond to an individual request. I'm not sure if the person called or if it was like an email or what it was, but that could be interesting to see. But maybe they say here, so we'll continue reading. Texas Hold'em is one of two songs the Texan singer unveiled during the Super Bowl ads at the weekend. In it, the star, who has 32 Grammy Awards and 88 nominations, I assume there's nominations for Grammys. I often wonder, like, I mean, BBC, of course, is from Britain and England, I suppose. But the Grammy Awards are for the US. How important are, like, if you're a music listener, I mean, are awards important to you? I wonder if awards are more important for the artist or the singer or the writer and that sort of thing. Because I don't know, because the Grammy, same like the Oscars and the Academy Awards, it's basically, for lack of a better term, it's the American Music Awards or the American Movie Awards. And even though they may have award ceremonies by those names as well. There's just a different sort of version of an American, and that's basically all. I'm not sure why a Grammy would be more prestigious than any other sort of music award. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. But I certainly wouldn't. I don't think I've ever bought any music because it had won an award. And all it tends to be, I think, for me, is just like it's like a sticker. In the old days, it would be a sticker on a CD or an album or whatever, and that's sort of about it. But I certainly wouldn't. It doesn't mean much, effectively. And I guess for the ceremonies, I mean, what do you watch the award ceremonies of anything? I guess. Because I guess like why do people watch award ceremonies? I guess people like to see like the fashion, how people are dressed up. I guess maybe people like to hear the speeches and what people are saying. That said, I mean, these days people can make speeches and say whatever they want on, social media and stuff anyway. So there's no need necessarily to have it on that platform. Maybe on that platform at an award ceremony, is a different feeling to the speech, or different significance, maybe, for some people. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so in it, the star sings about hoedowns, and the accompanying music features a banjo. So okay, so maybe what it is, if having a bit of a guess here, maybe what it is it's a country music station. Perhaps it's a country music station, and some people may be classifying the song as country music because it has a banjo, or because of the theme or topic of the song. And it looks as well like, because obviously the hat, people would perhaps think of country music, or they think of the country at least, or working on a farm or something like that, with that type of a hat. So maybe it's like it's themed to be country, perhaps. And I guess Texas Hold'em as well. But Texas Hold'em is more like a card game, isn't it? So, but anyway, so maybe because of that sort of combination, they're thinking that's country music. Whereas perhaps for people who are more into country music, it isn't country music. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a purity and that sort of thing. So in a statement emailed to BBC's US partner CBS News, Roger Harris, a general manager, I wonder how many general managers they have, but a general manager for South Central Oklahoma Radio Enterprises, or SCORE. That's what it is, isn't it? It's SCORE, SCORE. So they've done that acronym so they could say SCORE. That's great. So the general manager for SCORE, which oversees. There we go. Okay, it's good. That's when you can check the two different words. You got overseas, as in a foreign country where you have to travel over water, or to oversee, as in like to supervise or watch, monitor, control. KYKC. Said the song was now on the station's country music playlist, as well as those of two other stations it oversees. In his statement, Mr. Harris said the station had not known that Beyonce had released two country music songs. So I guess that's the question: what makes a song a country music song? Is it the instruments? Is it the topic? Is it the construction of the sound, the music, the notes, and so forth? I'm not sure how that's what the definition would be, because I guess some of the themes in a song could be very similar across different types of music. So I guess it can't necessarily be that, although I wonder if in country music Like if you had a song about a farm or a hoedown, like it said before, maybe that's more typical for a country music sort of style, perhaps. And maybe like instead of saying, you know, walking down the street in the city, would be like walking on the dirt track near the farm, or on the horses or something like that. Maybe I'm just playing with stereotypes here, perhaps. Okay, so in his there's two country music songs, adding that the response to the fan was a standard reply, since KYKC does not play her music normally, I guess is the thing. Mr. Harris added that KYKC did not even have the song, as it is a small station which does not get serviced by the big labels like bigger stations do. So maybe, yes, the interesting industry, isn't it? The music industry and film industry, I guess, for that matter. But do you have a lot of sympathy for the record labels in the music industry? I have to say I have sympathy for the certainly the artists, but yes, it's interesting how, and I guess this perhaps happens in a lot of industries, but there seems to be, if you see movies like or documentaries, movies called like Searching for Sugar Man, you know, about Rodriguez, it gives somewhat of an insight, I guess, to the attitudes of some in the music industry, perhaps. He said that after emails, calls, and requests for the song flooded into the station, staff tracked it down, and after listening to it, agreed that it sounded country. Okay, so okay. So again, we could ask them, what is that country music sound? We have nothing against Beyonce, and we wish her the best in her foray. It's a nice word, her foray into country music. So I guess we could try and guess what that means if you don't know that. It's a not too common a word, but it might be one that you might hear occasionally. But I guess that the context is maybe not, well, not the context, but the situation needs to be sort of a bit sort of, but anyone could, you know, foray into different things. But yes, but the amount of times that you hear it, I guess, is maybe not, doesn't make it, you know, super common. And so in terms of the effort to learn it, may be down the priority list. We actually wish that artists wouldn't get boxed into certain genres and formats, all formats, yes. If it's good music, it's good music. So maybe it's a good music station rather than a country music station. That would be an idea, wouldn't it? But then again, lots of places like to have the niche sort of thing. So they want to specialize and that sort of thing. 4 hours after the initial complaint was made on X, the station itself put out its first post in almost 4 years. Fantastic. Saying that it had a nice past perfect. It had lots of call coming in. Lots of calls, I suppose, coming in for Beyonce's Texas Hold'em. It's coming up in minutes. Okay, despite only being released earlier this week, the song has more than 9 million plays on Spotify alone and more than 900,000 views on YouTube. Earlier this week. So I wonder, well, when was this written? This was written on 1 day ago. So I wonder if that's disappointing in some ways. I guess it doesn't matter for some things, but I wonder if 9 million plays. This is just plays, not purchases, just playing on. Maybe people listen on different platforms. Maybe Spotify is not the most common. Maybe people play it on other places. So, but I don't know. 9 million doesn't. I guess it sounds like a lot, but it doesn't sound like a lot if there's, you know, such a buzz, such a popular artist and all that sort of stuff. And then 900,000. Again, I guess that's a lot, but for who it is, perhaps there could be some disappointment with that. I don't know. So okay, so that's talking about music, Beyonce. This article is from the BBC. We're going to I'm going to chuck this this link into the description. So if you want to check out the article itself, you're of course more than welcome to click on the link. And I hope you have a. I'm going to leave it there. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're practicing English, if you're speaking about music, let me know in the comments. Or if you're talking about other things, send us an email, give us a shout. We'd like to have a chat with you. Okay, that's it for me for the moment. Happy speaking English. Have a great time. If it's a weekend for you, hope you're enjoying the weekend. All right. Have a great day. Take it easy. See you later.